Now set the intention to be a channel for the information that is for the highest good of all. Please make it clear which energy wants to come through right now. Hi Capricorn. What's up? I don't have any notes for you. But I had two major energies coming through, Taurus and Capricorn. Well, let's see what Cappie energy wants to speak about today. Pluto is in your last degree, almost leaving. And one thing I felt before I started recording was this almost nostalgia, hard to let go feeling, which is normal, you know. It's been a long ride. It's been a very long ride for a human being, right? From our perspective, a Pluto transit is forever. We will live through 2, maybe 3, I don't know, in probably extremely rare cases, 4 transits of 4 signs transited by Pluto in our lifetime. And as with anything, if you've repeated it long enough, it becomes home. For some of us, you know, for the youngest people on here, they've only seen Pluto in Capricorn, right? They don't even have any other experience. So this is like a threshold passage, birth canal sort of thing. It's like you don't know whether it's gonna go well. All you can do is have faith and I heard take your vitamins. It's been rough. And by the way, these readings are for any Capricorn placements. I was going to say Pluto placements. for any Capricorn placements, or just if you know where Pluto, or again, Pluto. If you know where Capricorn is in your chart, that would be the area of your life you'd be looking here at. Although I feel like it spills right into everything else, really. Like it's nice to have um, a direction to look at so that it's not absolutely chaotic. But it's like everything is changing right now. A whole paradigm shift. And it's so incredibly hard to keep the footing, to keep oneself grounded. Because we're scared. And a lot of us feel hopeless. Because again, we have no proof that things will go well. It's a very disturbing time. It's like a hurricane or wildfires ravaging through nature, right? Leaving everything upturned, leaving everything apparently dead, but then there's this bourgeoising life under all of it. It's this crazy ass ride, and it's all new. And we have to decide for each one of us individually, but also as a society, whether or not we are up for the run. Things will not, I repeat, things will not stand the way they have been. There's no way things are holding up. And we have really two choices. To give it all we got, or to internally give up and cry until the end of our lives that things have been better back in, back in 2016 things were really good. But it's the destruction pre-construction sort of situation. It's gonna get rougher before it gets easier. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. And it's about the investment. What are we willing to invest in the long run? What is it that is with every choice we make, we take a vote on what we want in the future of this planet. And if you are here, then you have understood, at least on some level, that this is all one. This whole simulation is just me. And the more people build simulations that are kind in nature, that are sharing, caring, that are responsible for what they think, what they do, what they produce, what they create, the better world we will have. It's very easy to look in the mirror and see the darkness right now. And anyone who has not faced their darkness before will be toppled right now. Have you faced your darkness? Have you been around the block long enough, present enough, dedicated enough to get out what is truly in your heart, what is your soul's true desire? Have you conceptualized of what it is the world needs more of? Have you integrated it? Do you feel it on the body level? Do you know what it feels like? Can you go out into the world and make choices that are informed by that knowingness, by that feeling, by that inner strength? I wonder how far Spirit will take me. I wonder how far Spirit will take me. I have this really strong urge to go and pick up a leaf. I'm looking at, I guess there's a message in this. We'll see. Give me a sec. I'm going to show it to you. See these borders? See how beautiful it is? How resilient it is. What once was alive is no longer. There's still frequency in this. But it's entered the recycling stage. It had one frequency when it was up on a tree alive. It was vibrating something, one kind of frequency. And now it fell from the tree, and now it has a different frequency. And it will start to rot, and it will have a third frequency, and then it will merge with the soil, and it will be a different frequency. And then it is already, this is the illusion of separation, right? It's like it's been this whole process all along. This leaf has never been separate from the degradation process, from the recycling process. It's all one thing. I'm getting excited. It's all one thing. Bear with me. I know as much as you at this point, like about where we're going with this. I'm hearing it is okay to uphold silence, especially now. I hear it is a good thing to uphold silence when you know not what to say. It is better a silent sage than a loud fool. It is better to abstain from action until you feel the alignment to step forward. Release the attachment to the outcome. Step forward bravely in the name of alignment. I hope you can hear me well. I said this last video, Aries video, but I feel just like I'm not sure if I shuffled the cards, but I really feel like I just want to take from the top of the deck. Let's go with it. I'm gonna show you really quick what came out, just so you see. I hope. Well, I'm gonna stop using hope. I have faith you will be able to see. I'm just gonna do this. Okay. The past is no more. There's new choices around the people. Well, people, places, situations, right? But people here specifically is like an important thing because it's people can create consciously, right? People have the capacity to create consciously. And this is a really important thing I've been learning about, and I'm being really called to talk about this here, which is the thing I heard recently that really made sense, and I've been applying it, and it really does work. The same thing I just did with saying, like, I hope, and then I said, no, I trust, or I have faith, right? It was some some video, I can't remember who it was speaking, but it was like a person that studied people with depression, and what she says is switching the verbal, so switching words or expressions like I can't to I won't, and I have to I choose to, or I choose not to, right, is empowering. It like it had better like that one little switch really helped a lot of people. So that's important for someone here, even if it's for me. Yeah, there's no, sometimes you will be asked to go into a tunnel with no light at the end of it. It probably is there. It probably is there. You can have faith. You can choose to believe it's there, right? But it's not apparent. It doesn't show itself to you readily, anyway. But you will have to jump. Otherwise, you will stay. Otherwise, you will stay in the cliff forever. You'll either die from being cold or hungry, or someone will come and pick you up and take you into a codependent relationship. Like, you have to make a choice right now. Okay, but what can we tell Capricorn that would be helpful right now? What are we solving? What are we solving for Capricorn here? I feel like taking these cards though. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, what are we investing in? What is the higher vision? What is the higher vision? What are we solving here for Capricorn spirit? What is the What is the theme that needs resolution right now? Ace of Pentacles. Material reality. Which is very much you, right? But Two of Pentacles. Yes, yes, yes. What is the choice to do? What is the path to take? The path that I feel like resonates with my soul and is a home to me? Or it's a lot of cards, but I'm just gonna show you how they came out. Or things or situations that eat away at my heart, eat away at my soul, day in, day out. I know I hate it. But do I have the courage to step up? Do I have the courage to give what I want to see in the world? Do I have the courage to be who I think in my head I am? Okay, what will help Capricorn in taking the decisions right now? What will help Capricorn in making the decisions right now? We had King of Swords and Eight of Wands coming in upright, and Princess of Swords and the Lovers coming in reverse. I felt like that was important to say. Even though this is the Starman's deck, so it's not the same. It's not Rider Waite, but you thought about these things long enough. Like, the privilege in this situation is that you've been in deep shit long enough that you figured out what things do not work, and you have had experiences with some things that have worked. So you have had the chance to bring all of these things to this realm, right? Like, so you've experienced it long enough and strongly enough in your body and in your ether, and you know, even if you didn't have a whole lot of like specific situations that would show you what is the right thing to choose, like somehow over the Pluto in Capricorn transit, you managed to make it a rational thing. You managed to make it like the story about your happiness, I'm hearing, that you tell yourself has more validity than you would like to believe sometimes. Like when you feel weak, your doubts, right? Like, you know what is the prominent you know what is the prominent what spirit thought forms that make you feel strong and feel right in your body. And that's where you need to move on. Like, that's what you need to move on. You have to move. I don't know if you will be able to see. Let's see if I can. Yeah, okay. You know what are the right directions to move in. You know the right direction to move in. So the urge to speak the things that you want to say right now, listen to them. Be really honest with yourself right now. You know, the pissed parts of you, the sad parts of you, the longing parts of you. I've been thinking a lot about this thing of belonging. It's like to belong is where I long to be. Where do you long to be? Because the material expression of yourself, right? Like, The material realm you live in is the expression of yourself. Now, is it the expression of your soul? No, for the majority of people, right? Like I've never met anyone who'd been like so connected, because we all come from someone somewhere that, well, Pluto in Capricorn, generations. Pluto in Capricorn is rough. Pluto in Aquarius is like dying to ideas and birthing new paradigms, new um, philosophies, new visions, right? New distributions in society. But Capricorn was oppressive, dude. I know you're a Capricorn, but like Pluto in Capricorn it structures that feel tight around our soul. And that is done. You can't be a lover to this anymore. You can't love on it enough for it to change. You can't love enough people that have hurt you for them to love you. You can't be appeasing enough. You can't be silent enough. You can be retracted enough. You can be not yourself enough for certain people to love you. And the only thing, like I see Aquarius a lot as authenticity. You come out into the world and you are you. To the extent that you know who you are, right? You are all of that. And you come out into the society to learn more about who you are. Contrast again, right? Like I see things I don't like that informs me of what I do like, but you have to go out, and I feel like this is the main message right now. Capricorns need to go out into the, material realm and make things happen, because that will get you to know more of yourself and express more of yourself and create more of yourself in the world. And that is where satisfaction comes from. It's when you create more of yourself in the world and you get the yes on the other side. People love it, people accept it, people want it. And that is how you love yourself more and more. Because you have the courage to come out and be like, hey, I discovered this in myself. Let me show you. Now, intuition is really important to know where to show, like where to share the things. Oversharing is not healthy at this time. I don't quite feel satisfied with the message. What else should we, what should we ask? But I'm looking for like a functional reading scheme for these readings. I haven't figured it out yet. Like when I work one-on-one, it's always very individual, right? But here I feel like I would need a strategy. That's for someone also. Like if you're working for a bigger market, you do need a strategy. But also don't throw away the things that you have learned before. Like you were learning this more expensive way of operating, but like the small ways or the the original ways, maybe original ways in which you have learned to operate are not defunct. you will still need them. What is it? What is it, Spirit? I just saw a flower blossoming. Oh, that's so beautiful. I think I'll make that the thumbnail. If I can take a quick picture of it. Blossoming. What makes Capricorn blossom at this time? What makes Capricorn blossom at this time? Self-sufficiency. Like standing on your shit. Like, I know myself enough. I know my shortcomings. I know I've got blind spots. And I know that I don't know everything, okay? But I'm content enough in myself to show up free. Because that is what love is ultimately. It's freedom. It's feeling like you are who you are. You're not breaking away parts of yourself. You're not hiding parts of yourself. You're not exaggerating parts of yourself. You're just here and you're just... You understand that there is a nervous system things that run through your body, and that there's narrative stories, rational brain, mind, things going on. And that will sometimes be an impediment or an obstacle to manifesting things exactly as you think you would like them, you envision them. It's not easy, or fuck it, I heard it's hard. It's hard to maintain a frequency and a line of imagination that serves you at this time, but it is not impossible, and small steps are better than no steps. So keep walking. What is the one small step you can do today? What is this step that you can do tomorrow? Can you make 3 steps today? Do you need to like rest tomorrow? And that is your next step. Do not neglect rest. Don't neglect rest, especially now, like Pluto Mars opposition, burnouts. I see a lot of that for Capricorns. Dude, please do not burn out. How do we protect ourselves from burnout at this time? Well, don't hold on to lack narratives. Don't be afraid to going without, because you won't. Unless you're in such an extreme unless you're in such an extreme state of being that all you're generating is this frequency of worry and fear. Okay? You've worked enough till now, to whoever I'm speaking to know that your efforts will pay out, even though you do not see the wheel turning right now. Remember, I was talking about going into a tunnel where you do not see the light and all you can do is have faith that there is light. And there's always light and darkness. They're inseparable. Even when you're going through a really dark phase, you're going towards the light. Even when you're going through a very light and bright phase, you're always going towards the dark. Cyclical. So know that the cycle, like the lower part of the will, is the lower part of the will is the higher part of the will, and the higher part of the will is the lower part of the will. Those who get it, get it. I still feel like I need like an actionable step or something specific to give here. Focus on material expression of your desires. I know this is so unoriginal. I know this is so unoriginal, but just looked at the bottom. Be assured that you feeling in integrity authentically, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but what you feel is what you put out there, okay? So I heard someone saying the other day that she believed in higher power, the hand, right? She had no doubts there was a higher power. But when it came to like struggles in her life, she would exhaust herself trying to look for an answer, for solution, for resolution. And only when she would burn out, she would open the hand to the divine. And she said it always takes, it gets taken care of. To which I said, Teal Swan's thing about your relationship to the divine is your relationship to your most prominent authority figure as a child growing up, right? If you've been abandoned, you will believe the higher power will abandon you. If you've been made to solve all of your problems on your own with no support, then that's what you're going to believe about the source and the universe. And I feel like this is like this image of going into a dark tunnel and just like dropping it, just like going, fuck it. I have no proof. I have no way of knowing. Well, knowing here, right? Like I have no way of seeing the whole. This is one experience I've been having a lot. I've been realizing every day for the past few days that no matter how far I go into the envisioning, how far I go into the exercise of seeing how things will turn out, because I have that capacity, there is so much in play that there is no way I could know everything, and so the surprise is inevitable. But that's also the beauty of life. You don't want to know everything. But this thing of just dropping it and being like, I don't care how dark it is right now. I'm just gonna be myself and trust that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. That the light will appear and I will start to see what I'm stepping on. And maybe I'm stepping on like unsavory things, But somehow this is all a much bigger evolution scheme, right? So what we can see from the perspective of our, short, tiny human experience on a universal scale like from a human perspective, we're working through a generational thing, right? For the past 30 years, things have been done this way, but now we have to completely restructure it because what the fuck, you know? And this was like the main reason I created this channel, is because I realized that I want to connect to like-minded people, or to people who feel me, you know? Feel the frequency I am comfortable in, so that we can come together and create better together. Create better together. And this whole message is about this. It's like, create better together. Create a functional, effective, efficient environment around you that reflects what's inside. It's like I'm seeing, I don't know if you will be able to see this. Let's see. Ow, 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 my foot. Ow, my foot. Ow, ow. Sorry. I think we're nearly done also. But so there's this woman that's here. It's a woman. And there's roots growing from her, like, it feels like the gist of it comes out of her heart and her solar plexus. Like, it's, well, it comes from her chakras, right? Like, it comes from her energy, the energy, and she's lying down. She's fucking chill. And I feel like that's what we need to do right now. It's not laying down and chilling. If that's what you need, take that break, take that rest. But it's actively creating, I feel like, a warrior energy of, like, I understand that some wars are sacred. Now, with Pluto being in Aquarius, we want to expect a war that is not that turns away from violence. It's contradictory, paradox. Yeah, warrior of light. You want to be a warrior of light. We've done the ego work. We've done the shadow work. We know that no one's making it totally right and nobody's making it totally wrong. Or doing it. Nobody's doing it totally right and nobody's doing it totally wrong. But it is... What is this about? This is too many cards. Well, Capricorn, it's addressing. It's addressing how we've been giving bullshit to each other. It's addressing how we've been covering up for mom and dad and grandma and grandpa. Because we want to show loyalty and love to the characters. But really, truly love deeply in its deepest and highest form. It's about all. It's creating a world that is for all. I'm hearing, okay, like your grandma is somebody else's grandma, or your grandma is somebody's uncle, you know? Your grandma or your aunt that says things like, Oh, why is it coming up? They really want me to say it though. A lady that's taking care of a cat that has been abandoned, and she feels superior to somebody else who's doing the same thing in a different way, right? And she discards the validity, like she discards the worth of that person based on an assumption she has made at some point in her life. And that's what we need to erase. I really hope that made sense. We're done. Any closing messages? Hold on. Yes. Can you give me any closing message for Capricorn? One sentence. Be the most emotionally mature version of you that you could be right now. I love you, Capricorn. Have a good week.